Well, hello. I wish I could learn how to do the countdown, but I'm sitting here in the studio watching the clock tick down. It's kind of cool. The software that I use has a countdown on there for you, but one of these days I'll figure out how to make that live. I'm going to stick around and see who shows up. And I'm waiting before I start talking about the things that I want to talk about. It's kind of weird because, like I've said it before, when I do one of these shows, I do them every 2 weeks. I always talk about something that's coming up, but I'm not sure when. And then I go off the air, and like the next day, it hits my email. So anyway, let's stick around a little bit longer before we kick it off and see who shows up. If anybody shows up, do me a favor. When you show up, hit the thumbs up button and tell me where you're from. How about that? Thumbs up button, tell me where you're from. And I also forgot to check right before I went on, but excuse me, you know what, you guys, I am so close to 600 subscribers. My goal was to be 1,000 by the end of the year. I haven't reached that goal yet. I'm just right at 600. So if you haven't subscribed, make sure you hit the subscribe button. And I'm going to go ahead and just start the show because I know that some people will pop in and some people won't pop in, and that's okay. They're busy at work and they got other stuff going on, so they stop back later, and that's all right. Because I have several people that I watch their lives, but I can't always watch their live when they're live. So, again, if you can't show up for the actual live, that's okay. I understand. So, anyway, let's go ahead and start and kick it off. And here we go. I know. I hope you guys find that as humorous as I find it. I think it's pretty funny. So I'm going to start off tonight by telling you that I got my camera, my auxiliary camera, set up in a different place because normally I have it on the other side of my desk. And I thought maybe for a minute you might want a different view. And it freezes up like that. See how it froze up? I don't understand. That's irritating. I've reached out and I can't figure out why it keeps doing that. I put it on Do Not Disturb and it still freezes up. So I'm going to stick with my good old-fashioned trusty Sony, and it's hardwired, so it doesn't do that. Knock on wood. Now that I said it, I probably jinxed it, but anyway, as long as the Sony's working, I guess I'm good, and you guys can see what's going on in here. But again, I have a lot to go over, but I wanted to start off with, just welcoming everybody, and thanks for hanging out with me on Shop Talk. This is a project that I've been trying to do for, I don't know. I don't even remember when I started doing my live show, but it is basically information, car show information. Nothing more than that. I'm not a mechanic. I don't claim to know everything. I don't have the inside scoop on everything. So I don't. I want to start off by telling you that I don't know everything, and I just got the message that my camera's working again. But anyway, see that. See if I can show you that real quick. It's kind of weird because it's backwards. Maybe I can't. So that is a Corvette poster that I got at a Camaro show. How funny is that? It's a beautiful Riptide Blue C8 Corvette. Big, gigantic poster on the wall in my studio. And, of course, you know, I have to have the ring lights wrapped around me so you can see my face. But just thought I would show you that real quick. And, of course, up in the back on this side, I've got that's the Camaro that I had, the SS1LE that I took on the drag strip down in Bowling Green, Kentucky, and this photograph up right above my head is the road course. So I've got some pretty cool photographs on the wall in my studio to kind of dress it up so you can look at other things instead of just me. But anyway, welcome to Shop Talk. And I thought it would be kind of cool because I've been taking a lot of slack from people, neighbors, relatives. I won't say any particular names, but Max. See what I did there? My cousin Max, he likes to bust me out about, dude, you go in and out of cars so much. But I kind of wanted to be clear about something for you real quick to let you know that I really don't. Like, the first part of my life, I had cars and trucks for 8, 9, 10 years before I would trade them in. Motorcycles also. You know, I bought a 16, and I had it until 19 when I traded it in. I had a 2005 Harley, and I had that until 2012. So, you know, 7, 8 years usually is what I keep items, cars, trucks, motorcycles. But in 22, I decided, you know what, I'm getting to the point where I want to try something different. And so I sold my Harley and I got into cars. So I thought it would be kind of neat if you would indulge me a minute. I'm going to show you some photographs of my garage. And I'm going to use this scene here to do that. And give me a second. I'll pull it in. So in 2023, this is what I had in my garage. You can see the 2019 Harley Davidson Ultra Classic Electric Glide. I bought that brand new in 19. I put about 40,000 miles on it when I sold it in 2024. I had a lot of miles on it. This is my 2023 LT1 convertible that I had for a short time before I traded it back in to get a Panther Collector's Edition. So that is August 25th, 2023. This is really when it started for me, like in 23. That's when I got crazy. I bought this LT1, I believe, in May. I was on vacation, actually, to Myrtle Beach, and I bought it over the phone. And I came home early from my vacation so I could go pick it up. And one of my friends, Alex, rode out there to Illinois with me to pick it up, and I drove it home. So this picture is from August 25th, 2023. The next photograph, I took the LT1 in and traded it in. And while I was waiting for them to build my Camaro, I had the opportunity to drive this amazing Z06, C7 Z06 on September 16th, 2023. Now, looking back on it, if I would have bought this car, I would have never had the opportunity to have a Panther collector's edition, and I would have never had the SS1LE. However, this was a very nice car. I could have probably purchased this car. I honestly don't remember what year it was. It's either an 18 or a 19, and it's also silver with a black stripe. Anyway, August 16th, 2023. And if you know what I do right now with Corvettes, you know that I go out to Lakeside once a month, Lakeside Chevrolet in Warsaw, Indiana, and do a live show. Or I do a recorded show out there where I show all their inventory. That's where this is at. This car was on their front porch, and I started back in September of 2023 going out there. That's how long I've been going out there. So this is not something that I just started doing like last week, decided to go buy a Corvette. That's not what happened 2 weeks ago. But I wanted to show you that photograph as well. Now this photograph is November 15th, 2023. I had the 2016 Chevy Silverado 1500, and I had a 2024 collector's edition Camaro. And you can, if you look real close, you can see the windshield and the backrest of my 19 Ultra Classic Electra Glide. So the next photograph is December 9th, 2023. I traded the red truck in, and I bought this amazing Z71 2024 Z71 pickup truck with a 6.2 liter motor in it. It was fantastic, and you know what? I loved that truck. December 9th, 2023. Now check it out. I had that truck for like 3 months. So I guess my cousin is a little bit justified in picking on me because I found the SS1LE in the next photograph, and I had to have that car. So I drove that pickup truck over the winter, December, January, February, and part of March. And then I found my SS1LE or sick_1LE on Instagram. I found that in March of 24. And this is what my garage looked like, a 2024 collector's edition and my sick 1LE, SS1LE. And of course I did all the modifications and everything to that car. So then the next photograph is somebody wanted my collector's edition more than me and made me an offer that I couldn't refuse. So I bought this Jeep. This was a 2021 Jeep Wrangler. I bought it. I had it a month. And if you look right here, there's my motorcycle covered up. I had a gray motorcycle, or silver and blue motorcycle, a silver car, and a silver Jeep. July 4th, 2024. A couple weeks later, I traded the Jeep in and got a brand new 2024 Willys, and you guys have seen that often on my channel. I know you have. So, you know, that it's true. My garage has changed quite a bit in the last couple of years, and I don't regret any of it. It's been fantastic. That's my 1LE. And then moving along, I sold the Jeep outright. I sold the Camaro. Actually, I traded the Camaro in on the Corvette when I found the Corvette at Lakeside Chevrolet. And I don't have a motorcycle anymore, but if you look real close, I have an e-bike. That is absolutely amazing. If you don't have an electric bike, you should check them out. It's called electric. There's no E in front of the word electric. XP4, love it. Anyway, that's in my garage also. I just thought I'd mention that. Next up, we have the current situation in my garage. I was able to, I can't just drive the Corvette in the winter. November 4th, and literally, not this past Sunday, but the Sunday before. I don't know the date. I could look it up. But it snowed. It was the 9th of November. This is the 4th of November. On the 9th of November, it snowed. And we got a pretty good storm, so I pretty much timed it right, because this photograph is from the 10th, but I had the car in my garage before it snowed, so I could drive it to work and stuff. So anyway, I got a used XT5 Cadillac. It's a 2018. It's got like 70,000 miles on it, and I'm here to tell you that I absolutely love it. I've actually been looking at them for a couple of years, and I picked this car up just as a vehicle to drive, maybe go to the grocery store, maybe go on vacation. I can throw my e-bike in the back of it and go to the beach. I plan on doing that early next year in 26. But hey, my cousin's kind of right. Max, you're right. I've been changing cars and trucks and vehicles quite a bit in the last couple of years. But here's the thing. You only live once. And I decided that, I'm not, if I die tomorrow, at least I know that I had a chance to have a Corvette. I've been wanting one. As you can see, it's not something that just happened over the last couple of days. It's something I've been wanting for quite a while. So I finally feel like I found the right one. I have it. I love it. And I absolutely do not regret, getting some of these things that I do. Even though people want to pick on me, and they want to say stuff about it. Like my neighbor across the alley, like he almost acted like he was mad because I had changed cars again. But you know what? And I've had, and I told you 2 weeks ago, I told you I've been taking slack from people because I sold the Camaro. Will I regret it someday? Probably. Will life go on? Absolutely. It will. And the other thing is, again, if you don't know this about me, I don't really worship cars. I worship Jesus Christ, not cars. And so it's a car. It's something for me to have and have fun with it, build it up. When I feel like I'm done messing with it, I sell it and get something different to drive. That's kind of where I'm at right now. And when you're single, you can do that. So I'm single, and that could change. I don't know, but in the meantime, I'm having a lot of fun, and I work a lot. So last week I worked 61 hours. So I suppose if I'm the one working, I'm the one paying the bills. I can change cars if I want, right? So anyway, that's absolutely not intended to be a rant at all. I just thought it would be kind of cool to show you guys, show you guys some photographs from my garage. Now I want to go ahead and move on, because if I keep yammering on, we're already 20 minutes in, and I want to go ahead and continue on with the things that I wanted to tell you today. First of all, I want to remind you about what we talked about 2 weeks ago, and that is Tremec, a company by the name of Tremec, is working on a transmission for the C8 Corvette. Now, there are a lot of people saying a lot of different things on the internet. Do I have the inside scoop? No, I don't have the inside scoop. Do I hope they do it eventually? Yes, I hope that they eventually put a manual transmission in a C8 Corvette, because I think that would be pretty cool. So, people talk about it. People say it's never going to happen. Other people say it might happen. I'm only going off of what I got in my email, from GM Authority. And they said that I don't think that GM actually hired Tremec to do it. I think Tremec basically took it upon themselves, from what I've read. They took it upon themselves to try to make one for the C8 Corvette, because they know there are people that are interested in that platform. So they did it on their own. Now, moving forward, the next item that I want to talk about is, and again, the last time I was on was 2 weeks ago. Let me pull up my calendar because I forget dates. Tuesday the 4th was the last time I was on 2 weeks ago. On the 10th, I got an email again from GM, and the email was talking about a new small block motor that GM is working on, or they are considering. Now, what I've read, it is going to be a 6.6 liter V8 LT3 motor, and there will be a couple of different variations of the motor, like a 5.7 liter and a 6.6 liter. And they plan on, from what I've read, again, this is only what I've read in my email, is they are planning on starting in 2026, possibly putting it in the Silverado 1500 and also the GMC Sierra. And they're also kind of around behind the scenes thinking about maybe possibly starting to put that in a variation of the C8 Corvette. And one of the main ones that they're looking at possibly making it available for is the new C8 Grand Sport. Yes, that's correct. The Corvette Grand Sport it's one of those things that I believe, I don't know this for a fact because I don't know everything, but from what I understand, the C4, 5, 6, and 7 have all had a variation of the Grand Sport. And what that does is it kind of fills in the gap between the Stingray and the Z06. It's kind of like you have a Stingray. You can get that, of course, in a 1LT, 2LT, 3LT package, depending on what you want on it. But then the Grand Sport is like, it's kind of like the Stingray, completely fully loaded with some extra bells and whistles and performance options on it, and it makes the car more valuable because of the package. Now, the C8 Corvette came out in 2020, and they have never put one on the C8. So they are, in fact, looking at doing that, from what I understand. And so I wanted to put that up here for you so you could see that. Again, I got that in my email. So we're talking about two things: the small block, the new small block engine, which is a 6.6 liter, and they don't know what the horsepower is going to be because the 6.2 is somewhere around 490. So it could be in the mid fives. That'd be pretty cool, right, from the factory, to have a new small block. Now, for me personally, when they come out with it, I'm one of those guys that believes that when they come out with something new, you kind of need to wait a year or two, at least a year, to make sure that they work through all the bugs of something new. Um, that's just me. I don't know if I'm crazy for that, but that's kind of what I have in the back of my mind. They put out I'm looking forward to the Grand Sport. That ought to be pretty cool. A C8 Grand Sport. That would be pretty neat, right? So I'm show you again this, but yeah, I mean, that's just a photograph. They don't have really anything. Let's see. I don't think I have any more photos, and I kind of don't want to like give it away. No, I don't have any more photographs on here. I forgot to copy them. So anyway, I just wanted to tell you that, and it looks like it's crazy because I have the photographs in my notes, but I forgot to put them on my phone or on my app so I could show you them. But basically, the Grand Sport, and I'm just reading it here to help me remember. It's going to have a wide body like the E-Ray and the Z06, but it's not going to have the electric motor in it. It's not going to have the flat plane crank. And like I said before, it kind of fills that gap between the regular base model Stingray. If you look on the internet at Corvettes, you'll see where they'll list a car as a base Corvette, and then from there, you go up to different models of that car. So basically every Corvette is a Stingray, but then you have a Stingray Z51 package, you have a Stingray Grand Sport, you have a Stingray Z06, you have a Stingray ZR1, and of course the more the package, the more money that it costs, so on and so forth. But yeah, that's going to be pretty cool if they bridge that gap, I think, because for me personally, I don't ever see myself being able to afford a Z06, especially not a C8. Now, I could potentially have a C7 Z06, but then, it's not new, and I'm kind of one of those guys, I like to buy new stuff. That's not very evident with the last two cars I purchased, because they're both used. But you know what? I am absolutely having so much fun with the Corvette I bought, and I love it. So anyway, moving along from there, again, one more time, the Grand Sport, C8 Grand Sport, hopefully maybe 26 or 27. They haven't confirmed. Nothing has been confirmed yet. So I'm not telling you that they're doing it. I'm telling you that they're talking about doing it. It's going to have a wide body like the E-Ray or the Z06. It'll have a small block LT3 possibly in it. And again, hopefully they work out all the bugs before they start putting it in. And it looks like they're shooting for 2027. So it's obviously they're already making the 26s. So if I said that before, I don't know why I said that. It's probably going to be 2026, which is pretty cool. Think about that for a minute. If they put out a C8 with a manual transmission in it, and you could also get one in a Grand Sport, the Music Man might be interested in that. That piques my interest. I'll just tell you right up. So anyway, now I got a text message from my salesman today at Lakeside Chevrolet, and I asked permission to share this with you guys on this show. And it blows my mind because Lakeside Chevrolet really isn't that big. It's a little bitty store in Warsaw, Indiana, and they got allocations for a ZR1. And my salesman, his name is Roman. If you're on here, Roman, shout out to my boy Roman. The dude's awesome. Everybody at Lakeside Chevrolet is awesome. I'm just saying, I clicked really well with Roman. He's a good dude. The last 2 cars I bought them from Roman. So there's that. Roman sent me these photographs, and they got this ZR1 off the truck. I don't remember. I didn't ask him, but I can tell you that the guy came down and bought and picked it up today. It was already sold. You know, you can't buy a ZR1. I had one of my cousins tell me he was going to buy our ZR1, and I laughed at him. I'm like, no, you're not, dude. You can't get one. Not only did they have problems with production of them in 2025, they said they were going to make 310 of them, and they made 110. So, Mark, you're not getting the ZR1. They're all sold out all over the country, and you might get one in a couple years, or maybe you will. I don't know. Prove me wrong. Buy one, Mark. Anyway, so Roman sent me these photographs, and I wanted to share them with you. This car is absolutely incredible. Now, I have been over to another car dealership in Ohio, and I have literally seen the interior called Habanero. And if you watch my channel and you watch my shows, you will know that the music man absolutely loves. Why am I talking about myself in the third person? I don't know. I love the Habanero interior. It's amazing. Like, if you haven't seen it, make sure you pop in somewhere and see if you can catch an eye on it. It's absolutely incredible. Now, this car's black with habanero accents in the interior. This car is brand new, 2026, and the guy, look at this. Look at that. That it's technically it's orange. GM likes to make up names, and they call that habanero. Unbelievable. I love it. I wanted to show you that because little itty bitty Lakeside Chevrolet in Warsaw, Indiana got a ZR1 and they sold it. Now, the other thing that I did, and I'm trying to page through so you can see this, is I got my salesman to send me the build sheet on it. And I know that it's kind of hard to see on here. So what I did was I went down each category. I went down each category and I took a photograph of it so you could see. And I'll page through there so you can see it better because it's kind of hard to see. But here's the first category, the column. It just goes over the basic bumper to bumper, 3-year, 36,000. Performance and mechanical stability and traction control, 20-inch wheels on the front, 21 in the rear. Forged aluminum, magnetic selective ride control, engine appearance package, carbon ceramic brakes. Now, I'm going to read through these just because I haven't read through them myself, because I literally just got that. I hope you're okay with that. Leave a comment in the section below if you would, please, and let me know what you think of this car. I think it's pretty amazing. So connectivity and technology, this is basically all the normal stuff. Infotainment system with Google built-in, 12.7 diagonal center console display, 14-inch diagonal driver information center, and a 6.6 diagonal auxiliary touchscreen on the left. Bose Performance Series 14 speaker audio system, remote vehicle start, Sirius XM audio with trial. 8 years OnStar Basic. See that for terms. wireless phone projection, universal home remote head-up display, wireless charging pad located on center console, performance data and video recorder, which I think all cars should come with that. That's the most amazing thing. If you ever take your car on a track, your car has to have that. And that's one of the, just a side note, that's one of the reasons why I said I would never get a 1LT package on a Corvette if I bought one new, because you need to get at least a 2LT or whatever in order to get the performance data recorder. So moving along, interior, air-conditioned dual zone, display hood, carbon fiber, heated and ventilated seats, heated steering wheel, custom leather wrapped interior package, suede microfiber wrapped upper interior package, rear camera mirror, memory driver and passenger convenience package, windows, power express up and down, leather seat surface, floor console with USB ports, lockable storage, which is really nice. I think in the new Corvettes, when you lock the car, the center console and the glove box both lock, which they haven't always done that, which is pretty cool. Driver and passenger lumbar control, 8-way power GT2 bucket seats, carbon fiber steering wheel, trim, and paddles. Now this is where we get into the good stuff. Exterior power, heated outside adjust, power folding mirrors with turn indicators, auto dimming driver side, headlights. Yeah, you can see that. I'm not going to read all that, I guess. Because really the next one is probably where it really starts to get good, because you can see all of the extra doodads. The basic car, the standard ZR1 is $191,400 for that car. All right. Then you get the carbon fiber aero package. It comes with carbon fiber high wing spoiler, dive planes, tall hood spoiler, $10,500. Gas guzzler tax, $3,000 that state gets you for that. That's crazy. Front lift adjust height, $25.95. 20 spoke carbon flash, forged aluminum wheels, $14.95. Mirror caps in visible carbon fiber, dealer installed, $12.50. Carbon flash metallic painted outside mirrors, carbon flash with orange accent, full length dual racing stripes, $11.95. I love the racing stripes on there. I think they're awesome. Orange painted brake calipers. Now I don't know why they're calling it orange. I thought it was called habanero, which I guess I'm wrong. See, I told you I don't know everything. Orange painted brake calipers, $6.95. Carbon fiber and suede steering wheel. Seat included suede seat insert, $6.95. Stealth interior trim package, $5.95. Competition sport bucket seats, $500. Premium indoor car cover, black with the crossed flags logo, for $4.95. Dealer installed battery protection package, $100. Total options, $23,110. Brings the price of the car up to, with destination charge, to $216,505. Now, not only will I never buy a car for that, that's a lot of money. So, they're only making a few of those, and the reason why they're only making a few of them is because they're, not everybody can afford one. Trust me, I can't. So that's okay. I mean, I think it's cool that they made them, and I think it's pretty awesome that I guess maybe I forgot, but no, I didn't forget. I have a couple of short videos. Let me share those with you real quick. Thank you for sticking around with me tonight on Shop Talk. I had to show you this car because it's just absolutely incredible. Now, this is not me filming the car. This is Roman filming it, the salesman. So I'm going to mute it so that you don't have to hear it. But this is basically him walking around the car. I mean, look at the habanero or orange interior. Isn't that just amazing? Like, it blows my mind. It's just absolutely breathtaking. Yeah, they took the plastic all off. And then the next video, they actually take it for a drive. I guess they had to run down the street somewhere to get some stuff. I'll play this one for you too. This is Roman recording this from inside the car. I don't know if you can hear that or not. Sounds so good. I almost lost my mind when I saw the windshield wipers going, but this happened today, and I drove in the rain all day. And honest to goodness, I cannot believe that the owner of this car drove this car in the rain. Like, it's his car. I guess you can do whatever you want to do with it, right? But it blows my mind that guy went and bought that car, and when he went to pick it up, he went for a drive in it in the rain. Like, it's brand spanking new, and I guess if you spend that kind of money, you want to buy it. You're gonna buy it. You can drive it. I would drive it too. I'm one of those guys. If I'm gonna drive it, I'm gonna drive it. I'm not gonna buy something and leave it sit. So anyway, I just wanted to show you that. Like, I hope you enjoyed that, because I literally just got that information and those videos and those photographs from my salesman just a few hours ago. So anyway, now again, I always talk about what's coming up and what we're doing. I hope the information that I provided for you is good information and that you enjoyed the information. If you have anything that you want to add to what I said, please feel free to do that. Leave a comment. After the show is closed out, it will go live. It will go onto my channel. So if you watch this later, that's cool. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think. What do you think of that ZR1? Isn't it? It's amazing. I've seen a couple of them before. I did, in fact, see one down at the Corvette Museum when I was down there this summer. So it's pretty cool. And I think it's pretty awesome that Roman was able to sell the car. I mean, I'm pretty sure that would probably be about any salesman's dream, is to be able to sell a staple car like that. I mean, that's incredible. So double thumbs up, Roman. Good job, buddy. And anyway, so I don't have a whole lot of, there's no more car shows going on or anything special this week. I am playing piano on Sunday at church, so I'm looking forward to that. And then, next week is Thanksgiving. So I wanted to wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving. I don't know what you plan on doing for Thanksgiving. Maybe going out of town. Me personally, I plan on going to Iowa, where I'm from, Davenport, and reconnecting with my loved ones, my friends and family, friends from high school, and my family that I love hanging out with. I haven't been there at all this summer, so I'm probably going to go hang out with them for 4 days. And I'll have to listen to my cousin Max give me crud about buying a Corvette. But my other cousin has a Corvette. Mark has a Corvette, so me and him will get along real well, right? So anyway, I wanted to say happy Thanksgiving to everybody. And I will be back the first Tuesday in December, on December the 2nd at 8 o'clock p.m. And I hope you guys have a great holiday, and make sure you buckle your seatbelt, drive safe, and I will see you next time on Shop Talk. I'm out.